All right, good morning, everybody. Oh, I hid you already. There she is. Say hello.
Hi.
She says hi. She's shy as ever. So, another day where I forgot about this one, but we only have one verse again today, as you can tell by the lovely title up there. So I jotted down after yesterday's recording another question that it's very scribbly, so forgive me if I don't ask it, you know, very well put together at first. But the question I came up with is, do you have people that you joke around with, um, and to what degree, I guess would be the question. Because this one back here, we've known each other for many years now. Gonna be, what is this, April? So 3 years and 8 months we've known each other. And we've messed with each other almost right away. I mean, that was just kind of, the feel between us. And we never really have that part where it goes too far. Like there's nothing, unless one of us is in a bad mood and then we like mess with each other, then it'll be taken the wrong way. But usually when we mess with each other, we always know that we're kidding around, no matter kind of, how, I don't want to say insensitive, but how much of a joke compared to if I would say it to somebody else, they would be insulted by it. So if you have people like that, is there a point where it gets too far with you with them? Are there certain things that are off limits? With us, we just joke around, more so in a loving way because we obviously don't mean that stuff with each other. And if you don't have that with somebody, then is it for a reason? Do you think that it's not necessarily a good thing to kind of like, and when I say mess with each other, I don't just flat out insult her and call her mean names or anything. But everyone's like, I'll call her Shorty as a nickname, but she doesn't like when people like mess around with her height. So she knows I'm obviously kidding about that, but it's still at the same time, if somebody else were to say it to her, she would probably get a little bit more offended about being called short. And they're just and then when you have like a group of guy friends, they'll take it another step further and they'll actually say things that are insulting to each other or just kind of take it that next step. um, but then after the day is said and done, they would still do whatever for you because you guys are good friends. So I was just curious, like what you guys had, in mind with that stuff. If you have anybody there that you have that kind of relationship with, um, I would say that I have a couple of buddies that I talk to, don't talk to, um, that I know we would still have that relationship. Ooh, oops, sorry, my chair got stuck under the desk. Um, if whenever we start hanging out again or doing stuff, we would always come back to that same relationship where we would kind of just rag on each other, poke fun. So is there a point you think that it gets too far, or you just think that as long as you guys understand it between each other, whoever's doing it, that it's all fun and games, and as long as you guys are both okay with it, and it's not just something that you can insult somebody and then it'll be like, hey, no, never mind, we're still friends, so don't take it personally. But then one person is kind of being hurt by it, because I think a lot of people, at least when I was in high school, a lot of people, I don't know if they did that with me necessarily or if they actually were trying to like make fun of me in a way, but I never really understood that until after I graduated high school and kind of got older through life, where certain people just have that dynamic about them where their friend relationship with you is to make fun of you and to do these things where at first you see it, you hear it, it might be insulting, but then after a while you think, well, that's just their way of showing you that you guys are friends. And I don't know. I mean, is that something you think is there a problem with that, or do you think that's okay? I mean, is there, because for me it kind of took me a while to understand that. So at first I thought people were just annoying and stupid and were just being jerks throughout high school. But now it's just, I look back on it, it's like that's just their personality. That's how they kind of like involve you in their friend group and stuff like that. So whether it's just a contradiction of personalities or Do you think that it shouldn't be a good way to kind of become friends or to show friendship or anything like that? But like I said, we don't have that. We just have a loving back and forth, or we like to mess with each other in a funny way where 99% of the time I would say we end up laughing, and only like 1% of the time she ends up wanting to kill me. But so far I've survived, so we haven't gotten to the past the breaking point yet. So anyway, there's your elongated question for the day, and I do take up 5.5 minutes talking about that because we only have, again, the one verse. It is the first verse of chapter 39. Can you believe we only have two more chapters in Exodus, and then we go on to, I don't want to say it incorrectly because it's been a while since I've done my memory homework. Oh, and the pages are stuck together. Yeah, okay. I knew it was Leviticus. I just didn't want to be wrong on the off chance that I forgot it. So we move on to Leviticus after we're done with Exodus. And I would say that this is when it starts, for me at least, where I don't know too much of the rest of the Bible until we get to the start of the New Testament, at least. I'll probably know like stories here or there, but I knew like Genesis with like the creation and all the things that happened in Genesis. Exodus is all about, obviously, the slaves being freed from Egypt and Moses' story. And then we have the whole description of what things are going to be made of, what they're going to look like. And now we're in the middle of making those things. Then this will probably finish off Exodus, if I had to guess. So Leviticus is where it starts to become something where I don't know the whole, like, what it's about. I'm very curious to see like what moving forward, like what the books are going to be about, kind of see like how the timeline plays out leading up to the start of the New Testament. All right, so having said that, I'm going to turn it over to the lovely future Mrs. Me, and she is going to do our one verse of reading today loudly so they can hear you, woman. All right, it's up here on the screen. Here, you need it. It's right here. It's just verse 1, highlighted. Is it better highlighted or not?
Yeah, that works.
All right, it works. Here we go. Into the microphone as loud as you can, because even from me turning my head, it gets quite soft. So don't be afraid to yell.
Well,
Just like you do at me every day.
okay. From the blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, they made woven garments from ministering for ministering in the sanctuary. They also made sacred garments for Aaron as the Lord commanded Moses.
Very good.
Is that loud enough?
I think so.
Hopefully.
Who knows? We'll find out. We'll find out in editing. All right, so there's your one verse for today. Oh, that was the priestly garments, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not, or if you said that. But that was the priestly garments. Yeah, just to start off chapter 39. She will be here again for tomorrow's video, but then she'll be going back to the lovely state of Pennsylvania. And we will continue from there. All right? So let us know what you think about the very elaborated on question. I guess it wasn't really much of a, I don't know, I guess you could just give me your feedback on everything that I said before the reading. All right? All right. Anything else, Lefty?
I don't think so.
She says no. All right. Well, have a good Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. My sister's birthday is in a couple days, so I think we're going to celebrate either today or tomorrow. She'll be 26. Oh my goodness, we're getting old. All right, I think that's about it. All right, we will see you again tomorrow before you guys head out to church.